This video is all about wood burning, and today I'm going to show you how to use your Cricut machine and heat press to do wood burning. Let's dive in. There are a number of ways that you can achieve wood burning. One is with a wood burning tool. The other is with a laser engraver. Or you can use a scorch marker or something similar. If you are new to Scorch marker, take a look at this video up above. I dive into everything that this can do. But today I'm going to show you how to use your Cricut tools to get some really great results. So here's what you need for this project. You need a Cricut cutting machine. Any machine will do. I'm using my Joy Extra. You're also going to want some removable vinyl. And then you're going to need a heat source. I'm using my EasyPress Mini. Finally, you're going to need a scorch marker. Wood burning works best on bare wood. So I have a couple of pieces here that we're going to work on. These wood round coasters or ornaments, these work fantastic. Make sure your wood doesn't have any polyurethane or paint or finish on it at all. So let's head over to Cricut Design Space and we'll get started.
Let's create some stencils in Cricut Design Space. I've measured the pieces of wood I want to use, and now I'm just going to create some shapes that match those measurements. This is the wood circle that I'm going to be using, and I want to put a shape inside of there to create a stencil. And then on the rainbow wood piece that I have, I want to add some text. When you're creating a stencil, you always want to put the design inside of a box. This is going to allow you to paint, or in this case, use the scorch marker on those pieces on the inside and then not allowing it to bleed to the outside. Now we need to attach these to each other. So I'm just going to highlight everything and then click attach. The rainbow piece is curved, so I do want to curve that a little bit. So now that everything is attached, I can head over and make it. I'm using my Joy Extra, but you can do this with any Cricut machine. I'm going to use removable vinyl for this process. It's just going to help create a really great stencil, but then it's going to peel off easily when I'm all done.
Now it's time to put the stencils onto the wood. So we want to make sure the wood is clean. And I'm not going to use transfer tape. I am just going to pull these off and put them onto the wood. We want to make sure we get a really good stick between the stencil and the wood so that there's no bleeding underneath. We are using a scorch marker. If you've never used this before, be sure to take a look at the video up above and learn more about how to use a scorch marker. But this is a pen, and there are two ends. There is a marker tip, and then there is a brush tip. And there is a liquid inside of here that reacts with heat to burn wood. So what we're going to do is I am going to opt for the brush, and I am just going to add the liquid to the wood within the stencil. I want to make sure that I'm not using too much because I don't want it to go under the stencil. And you can see the wood is starting to darken where the liquid is. But just like when you're painting with a stencil, you don't want it to bleed. So don't use too much. You can also freehand a design like this and just go ahead and draw with your Scorch marker. We want to wait for this to dry completely before moving on to the next step. Once everything is dry, we can go ahead and just peel the stencil off. You should be able to see the outline of where the Scorch marker left its mark. The next step is typically using a high-powered heat gun to burn this design permanently into the wood. But we are going to use an EasyPress Mini. Going to turn it on all the way and let that heat up until those turn green. This is still going to give me the effect of wood burning. This is going to get just hot enough to burn these letters and this design into the wood. We're going to put the heat directly onto the wood and just move it back and forth. And you can check it periodically and you'll start to see it work. So already we're seeing some darkening that's happening just after a few seconds. Pressure is going to help that darken faster. And in just a few seconds, we have burned wood. So this is an easy way to do wood burning with Cricut. Make that stencil using removable vinyl. Make sure you have bare wood. Create your design with a Scorch marker and then use your heat press to apply heat to the wood. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm here every week with new videos helping you move forward in your creative journey. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.